started, and chat window, everything looks fine. Let me see the chat window once again. Was there any question? No questions. Okay. So in our previous topic, we just created one meeting into our calendar, and we will see that into next week, it's a recurring meeting, then it will be also displaying. If we go to few more days, like is let's go next Tuesday. See, on the next Tuesday, we can see this meeting also. So this calendar tool is a nice organizer for our Microsoft Teams meetings and calls. There is another icon also for the calls. We can try that also, but basically we need a paid subscription for that, and then we can dial to any number from right from our computer. Microsoft has started one service. What is the name of that service? Maybe I have copied here or not. No, that topic I have not copied. But I just checked on the web that Microsoft has started a service to calls to any phone from right from the Teams desktop. We can make calls and receive calls, and we can computer to computer. Probably we can call without paid subscription, but computer to phone we will need a paid subscription. Okay, this is just another topic. We are not touching it a lot, and then we are going to files. Files has a powerful interface into Teams. Remember, we no, not with you guys. Whatever files I have created into my website, sorry, my SharePoint site, are also showing here into the Teams files folder. And of course, if we create any other our own into our folder, then it will also show here. Like for example, if we go to Teams, each team has its own file sharing folder, and we can see it here. See the files, and I have just created one file for testing the co-authoring, and then we will test that right now. Also, I tested on my laptop. I logged into this computer desktop and started a document. Then I logged into my laptop and started Microsoft Teams and logged in with another user, that U1. And then on the both computers, we were able to edit the file right at the same time. So we can test it right now with you guys. I have just this document. If we click on this document, then the document will open. And you can see it has 3 lines. Now I can add another line. And as I have given you already the username and password, some users, some students go ahead and log in as U1 and U2 into their Microsoft Teams. Start your Microsoft Teams, and when it asks for username password, log in with U1 or U2, and then you will be able to see this document, and we will be able to edit it in real time. Okay, so any student is trying to log in. Okay, Daniel is trying. So log into your Microsoft Teams with U1 login that I have already written here. This one, this one. And when you are logged in, you will see the this interface, or if not this one, go to Teams. And on the first team, I have only one team and one channel. So into this channel, click on the general channel and click on the files, and you will see this file, and just double click on this file and the file will open onto your desktop as I have it here, or the other one that I showed you before. So then you please add a line here. Just write your name or anything, and we can see that you can write, and we can both see whatever changes we are making right at the same time. Are you able to log in successfully, Daniel? Okay, I can show you guys, just log in myself onto my laptop with a different login. I'm logged in already as U1 or U2. U1, I'm logged in already. Okay, if the system is denying, you can try to log in as U2. Okay, I'm logged in as U1 on my laptop, another device, and this one is my desktop. So I'll show you, I open the document on both machines, and then we will see that the changes each other is making coming right away in real time coming into the same document. So we can see that with Microsoft Teams, we can share the documents, collaborate the documents in real time. Okay, all right. Now I have just added another line from the login of user 1, and we can see that the line is here appeared right away into the different device. So both users are logged in to their Microsoft Teams, and they are looking at the same document, and in real time it's updating. So with this function, we can collaborate the files with two or more users in real time. And this was actually the function that we wanted to show into our assignment. So here is the topic. You guys can read it also. Collaborate on files in Microsoft Teams. I have taken this topic from Microsoft website, and we can upload or we can create the file, we can co-edit the files, and we can share the links, or we can just log into our same team's username, password, same company actually, team site, and then we can see the file, or we can share the shareable link. And the picture will show that uh, both users have edited the file at the same time. So I'll show you, I'll copy the picture once again to paste it here for the fourth picture of our assignment. This is another sample of the picture number 4. Title is, a file is collaborated with 2 users in MS Teams. A file is collaborated with 2 users in MS Teams. Means they both can edit it at the same time. Collaboration doesn't really necessarily mean that at the same time they can edit, but it means they can share the data, they can edit the data, same data. But anyway, at the same time, in the real time, we can see the changes. That is also great. So this is our next page, picture number 4. And here is some more information. Next topic is data loss prevention. And into data loss prevention, I have copied this, some of the pages that I'll show you. I just take a couple of seconds break to see if any student has any questions about our previous topic that we just completed. And I go to the chat window and wait here if there are any questions. Just a couple of seconds to give students if they have a question. If you guys have a question, you can write here in the chat window, or you can unmute your mic and speak it out, and then we can share the thoughts. I just wait like a minute or less than a minute and then go to the next topic. Okay, so no question. We go to the next topic, data loss prevention and how it works. We have visited that topic before, and we are visiting now in this topic also. Am I on the right pages? Let me just go through once before. Maybe this topic is from the last slides. Data loss prevention policies. Let me just go through quickly from these, and then I'll Am I on the right slides file? Let me just reconfirm once again. Sorry. That on which file I'm. I was thinking this is not a topic in today's class. Which file is this one? No, we are on the right file, week number 14, version number 1. But maybe some pages are left from a previous slide when I was creating the slides. So I will like to go through these slides and then reach to the next topic. Then we see what we can. No, this one looks like a different one. But the topic looks same, that we are collaborating with the Microsoft Teams. Something maybe I have mixed up with another file or few slides at least. Yes, this looks for today's topic that I wanted to continue with. That data loss prevention, how we create the rules for that. Now this looks like a previous information. I have mixed up something, sorry. This one is also a different one. Okay, let me just go through quickly from the file and see if I have missed some pages, or let me just go through at the end of the file and see I have created no, this file is a different one, something. No, it looks the same one. So let's give me just a couple of minutes and I'm just going through once again the file. These were the pages that we want to complete for our project tasks. And yeah, today we have our last 4 tasks for the project. Yeah, the file looks right. Yeah, this one. So today we have our last class for our project. I mean, yeah, the project, all 24 tasks will be completed, and then the next class we have the exam. Today we are on week number 14. We are completing our project, and then we will be in the week number 15 that we will have a final exam. We have to discuss also the exam also. It will be very similar to the previous exam, and all the multiple choice questions and similar pattern. So our project is completed by completing 24 tasks. 4 tasks we will be completing today, and these tasks we have completed already. Just I have kept them for the reference. Okay, so I believe still we are in the right file. Okay, so the starting page, we are week 14, and we have covered at least 3 pictures already. Then we were on picture number 4 and 5. So let me just find quickly picture number 3. Yeah, so a new meeting is created in the Teams calendar, and this we created right now, a little bit time before, and then we were looking at the collaborating the files in Microsoft Teams. We can co-edit the file. We have just seen that, and we can work at the same document at the same time. As I have shown you that if we are part of one organization, then we can very easily, one of us can create a document and can share with the other co-workers who are part of the same organization and of the same team. Especially we work with teams, so we were testing the functionality of the Microsoft Teams desktop app especially, and we have completed this one, this example also, the picture number 4 also we have completed, and now we are in the next topic, that is data loss prevention. That how the data loss prevention works, that system perform some tasks. The details we can read here, and of course I'm not going through all the pages, you guys can read it, and this is part of the compliance offering and protective actions. What are taken, the system takes show a pop-up or block the sharing without overriding option, or data at rest and at Teams, how that works. You can read it, and I will show you how we create a policy, data loss prevention policy, and here will be our picture number 5, that we have created a data loss prevention policy. This topic is a different one than especially for the teams. Let's go to our SharePoint online and I'll show you the topic. If we go to this is our starting page. I go with you guys once again. This is our starting page. Then we reach to our Microsoft 365 Admin Center. And here we have all admin centers. There we can click on all admin centers and then we can reach to compliance. And when we click on compliance, we reach onto this page. Welcome to Microsoft 365 Compliance Center. Some topics we studied already. Some we will, one or two we will study today. This is still our SharePoint Admin Center. And this was previously opened Microsoft 365 Compliance Center. I'm closing this one. This is our site for today. And these were the pages that we opened in the previous topics. So this is the Compliance Center. And on this one today especially, we are working with one thing is audit and one thing is data loss prevention. I want to turn on audit on this new subscription, but it was not working. Let me see if now it's working. Start recording user activity, and that is helpful to study many functions. If we don't have started recording activity, then we cannot study some of the features. But it doesn't work all the time. But surprisingly, now it's working. Probably it takes some time. When we create the new subscription, it takes some time to start recording auditing. Okay, now we can search that what we have been doing and which activities we want to search. Okay, so now the auditing is starting is good. Now we can test more things in data loss prevention. So when we click on data loss prevention, we reach to this dashboard, and here we have policies overview. This is the overview. Activity, no activities are detected, and 2 policies ready to extend. I have created already some policies. So what are the policies? Policies are governing how the data loss will be prevented. So I will create a policy right now to show you the procedure, how we create a data loss prevention policy. And I will click on create a policy. Here we can choose the information to protect. What type of information we want to protect? For example, let's say we choose to protect financial information or medical and health or privacy, or whichever we like to. Let's say financial. So Australian financial data, Canadian, these are the already created templates that we can use, or we can create altogether new, whatever we like. And we can go through, like for example, first we create from a template, then we can, if we have time, we can create from scratch also, our own rules. Canadian financial data, let's try that. I have tried that already also. There are 2 things in it, credit card numbers and Canadian bank account numbers. So this will have already some information for these 2 things. Let's go to next. We are creating a policy for data loss prevention in financial data, data loss prevention policy 2. I give the name or date so we can remember. Policy 12 April 2022. Okay, so this one. In the description, I'm also writing, helps detect the presence of information commonly considered to be financial data in Canada, including bank account numbers and credit cards. Then we click on next. And here we want to mention locations where we want to apply this policy. Exchange emails, SharePoint sites, OneDrive accounts, Teams chat and channel messages. On premises, I'm just removing it. And we are leaving these 4 things. Then we go to next. And create or customize advanced data loss prevention rules, or review and customize default settings for the template, credit card numbers and Canadian bank account numbers. Okay, then we click on next. Info to protect what we can want to protect. This policy will protect contents that matches these conditions, review them and make any necessary changes. For example, you can edit the conditions to detect additional sensitive information, content that has specific sensitivity or retention labels applied. And what we want to do, detect when this content is shared from Microsoft 365 with people outside my organization or only with people inside my organization. I was thinking there should be for both, but system is allowing only one. So let's say with people outside my organization. And then we click on next. At least how many instances? We just write one instance. And send incident reports in email. Send alerts if any of the DPL rules match. And restrict access or encrypt the content in Microsoft 365 locations. Okay, so we click on, we'll get the email, and then we will see that or restrict access. We can also click this one, and then we can create the policy. We go to next, and on the next page, customize access and override settings. Restrict access, block users from receiving email or accessing shared SharePoint, OneDrive and Teams files. Block everyone, block only people outside of our organization. We want to block everyone, or we want to block only outside of our organization. Let's we say block only people outside of our organization. Let people who see the tip override the policy. Can they override the policy? No, we say they cannot override the policy. User won't be able to override the policy. Then we click next. And we have 3 modes here. Keep it off, or we can test it out first. And this is the first step. If we want to test it out first, then we can turn it on right away, or show the policy tips while in test mode. Yeah, of course. So let's see, we created in the test mode, and then we click next. But policies take time to come into effect. Sometimes it takes like an hour or more time. So I'm just creating the policy right now. Maybe we test it later, or we can test the policies that we have created already. Okay, but this is the process is complete. We submit and the policy will be created. System is creating the policy. Request is submitted. Yes, now the policy is created. But next step we can do, data loss prevention policies has been created. Next step, monitor alerts to review policy matches. Learn about reviewing alerts. Related tasks, detect communications for inappropriate text, create communication compliance policy, or create communication compliance policy. Once again, it's the same thing, once again repeated. Images, this is text, this is images, sensitive information, or monitor for conflicts of interest. So what next we want to create? First of all, we would like to take a picture of this page. So we know we have created the data loss prevention policy, or the previous page that I forgot to take the picture right now. And we see on this page, we can see that yes, we have created a data loss prevention policy. Or of course at the we can click here done, and then we can see in the list of the policies that we have created a policy. Let me just click on this one, and we can take the picture of this page also to show that we have created a policy. So we have two examples. Any student can show this example, or they can show this example. So I'm just saving another picture. This picture also shows that we have created a data loss prevention policy has been created, DLP. Data loss prevention policy has been created. This page can show that we have created the policy, or this page can show we have created the policy. And then before I tried to start auditing, but it was not working. So I got these two pictures also, but I tried to start auditing and now it's working. So I can show you, try to turn on the auditing. I'll show you the auditing page. Now auditing is on. So you can try, and in after the creation of your new subscription, probably in a couple of hours, you will be able to start auditing. And how we can show that now our system is recording. So we can go to audit, and if this is highlighted, this is enabled, then it means we have turned on the auditing. Otherwise, here we will see a message that turned on auditing. And we have to create not necessarily audit retention policies, that how long we want to create the audit policies, audit record actually. And here we can search the audit record, what we have been creating, what we have been doing, what are our activities. So we can start from today, because previously the audit was not on. So we can start with, and we can end with today's date, but the end of the day and the start date is earlier than the end date. It should be earlier, no? Need to be after the first opt-in date. Oh, okay. Because this is our first opt-in date. Search will work? No. Start and end date should be in valid formats. Yeah, those are. And the start date is earlier than the end date. Start date is earlier than the end date. Date is the same, but the time is different. So I don't know if this will work or not. No, it's still not working. Previous days we cannot select, because we have only today. So how we can get some audit? Okay, we just leave it because there is still not enough data. Starting date and ending date is not different. Probably we need 1 day of data at least, but at least the auditing is started. Okay, so we were on our data loss prevention. We have created the policies, and now we see what next topic we have to study. I just take a break of a minute. No, but we have to complete quickly, and then we have to take a break again at the end of the hour. So I was going to take the picture to show that our auditing is now started. So just the picture to show that auditing is working. Now it is started. So this picture will show that at least auditing is now being recorded. Previous picture was showing that I tried, but at that time I was not able to start auditing. System said that we are not able to start auditing. But now the auditing is started, but we don't have enough data yet. At least we need 1 day's data. Here the starting date and ending date should be in right format, and starting date should be before, but it has to be in the dates that when we have started the auditing. Okay, so next we are showing that our data loss prevention function is working. How we show that? When we click on a document that has some information that we want to protect, system will show that it has a sensitive information. How we see that? We'll go on data loss prevention. No, sorry, we will go on our website. Here on our website, in our documents, we see that now our both documents have a mark. See this little red mark? When we just hover on it, we see system says this item has contains sensitive information, and some commands are not available. Sensitive information, I will show you what sensitive information is in it. And this one also shows contains sensitive information. Some commands are not available. What sensitive information? In this one, actually, I have written some Australian tax file numbers. This file I just got from the Microsoft website, that this is a valid number, not a real number, but a valid number. And then system can even protect this. Is this a valid number or not? Just any number will not work. Surprisingly, they have done a lot of work on it. Microsoft has done a lot of work on it. The system checks that if it is a real Australian tax file number, and if it is, then the system will say this item is protected by policy in your organization. See the policy tip. More options. What are more options? Issues. That item is shared with people within your organization. I have shared it actually. So the system has recorded that you shared it with your people, but it has sensitive information. How it worked, I created the policy before, that is working right now. I have created the policy right now also, that we have created right now, that also protects the credit card information. So if the system, if we have a document that has some credit card information, it's also interesting that credit card information also has to be a valid credit card information. I just tried, surprisingly, see, I made up some numbers and system was not saying this is a sensitive document. Then I got these numbers from the web, that they have some fake numbers, but these are the numbers that can be valid credit card numbers. So then the system was saying, oh, this document has credit card numbers. So see, system is saying policy tip, this item contains one or more credit card numbers and is being shared with people outside of your organization. Before I tried to share it with myself. So system has recorded that you have shared it outside of your organization. That means with myself means I shared with myself with my other email address, not the email address that I'm logged in with. I'm logged in with this email address. So then it will be considered the inside the organization. If somebody is inside this organization, then it's considered inside the organization. And if not, then so the system has worked really nice. So then I will show you that which picture we have to create. So we have created the policy, and we have the next picture is to show that we have enable the auditing, turn on the auditing, and you guys also turn on auditing on your system and take the picture. If you are able to if you are able to start auditing, still you will get this picture. If not, then you will get this picture. Sorry, we couldn't update your organization settings, and auditing is not yet active. But in both cases, this will be our picture number 6, and our picture number 7 will be showing that some of our documents are recognized as having sensitive information. It takes sometimes a little time, but I can create right now a document and then see if after the end of our class, we will have this sign, triangle, red triangle, that our system creates, our document contains some sensitive information. How it works, I go to my site and I'm just closing this window. Here I will create, I'm on this site and I will create 2 new documents. Okay, Word document. The name of the document is document. I will write the name test doc 14. I'm writing because week 14 actually, to remember that this is our document for week 14. Test doc week 14 doc 1, and I will also create doc 2. So in doc 1, I'm just randomly giving any numbers. Let's see if the system thinks, oh, this is a credit card number. I even write credit card number, and I write any random number. You know, we have 4 numbers, actually 16 actually, for the credit card. Okay, so let's see if the system says, oh, this is a credit card number, this is sensitive information. Microsoft has worked nicely on this aspect. Okay, so I just close this document and I create another document. And in this one, I change the name. Sorry, it's not changing the name. Okay, we'll see that later. Here I write also some credit card information, but that can be a valid credit card information. I'll go back and copy from this document. So I just copy 2 of the numbers. I want to copy these 2 numbers. Control C. And on my new document, I copy this information. This table is copied. And we have names, SIN numbers, credit card numbers. Even the title is not there. That is showing to the system this is a credit card number. Let's see what happens. And I want to change the name of this document. Test doc 2 week 13. Test doc 2 week 13. No, week 14. Sorry, we are in week 14. Test doc 2 week 14. Okay, so now I close this document. I close this document also. Here we have 2 documents. Those are already created 3 hours before. They have signs already. They create sensitive information. Now we see if these 2 documents system recognizes after a little while that these have some sensitive information. In one we have fake credit card number and we write this is a credit card number, and on the other one we have not written any hint that this is a credit card number, but it can be a valid credit card number. So we see that how it works. Meanwhile, we can take a break and we see if we need a picture. We need a picture of, we take the picture after the break. If our system recognizes the new document, or otherwise we will take the picture of the old document. It takes some time for the system to recognize the sensitivity of the documents. But anyway, here we have created two documents. One contains just a random number that we want to mimic with a credit card number, and the other one takes a number that is possible to have a credit card number, but it's not a real credit card number, but it's a valid credit card number. We will see. Meanwhile, we just take a break. This is 7:58. So this time we take a little bit, we can say long break. We take 15 minutes break, and we come back at 8:15. Okay, so meanwhile I have to complete my prayer and complete my fast. Let me see, recording was working, 51 minutes recording is there, so I'm just stopping.